These contracts with some of the carriers they're with, they've been around for 100, some almost 200 years. Like there's one I'm thinking of, they've been around for 178 years, like forever. And these are some of the strongest financial institutions on the planet. And if you look back to major economic crises, these institutions have weathered all of them. They've been consistently profitable through all of them. And the ones I'm referring to, they're mutual companies, so they pay out a dividend to their policyholders. And these carriers that I'm referring to have paid a dividend every single year, most of them, every single year consecutively since they've been in business. And again, lots of them have been around since 100 plus years, some close to 200, since the 1800s, a long time. And if you have money that's just sitting, especially if it's large amounts, you got 100, 500, just a lot of cash liquid in a bank account that you're not even planning on using anytime soon, like that's kind of, not only are you above like the FDIC insured amount, it's just scary knowing that the bank institution or institutions you're holding that cash with, they don't even have your money. They're lending it out 10 times over to someone else. And if you try to go get that money, go into the bank, try to get 100 grand, have fun. I mean, it's not, and I'm sure you know this, but it's just not a simple process because they don't have the money. Like I was talking to a gentleman off topic, but he wanted 20 grand to buy a car off Facebook Marketplace cash, went to the bank, requested 20 grand. He couldn't even get 20 grand. They're like, yeah, we don't have the money. We got to order it, come back in next week. It's like, to me, that just boggles my mind that you can't even get 20 grand. Obviously that's not the case all the time, but for this guy, he couldn't even get 20 grand to buy a car. Like, to me, that's ridiculous. And it's just scary knowing that these institutions, these bank institutions, like they don't even have your money. You put in $1, they lend out 10. Like how does that make any sense? With these financial institutions I'm referring to, these big insurance companies, they have to have reserves. They have to meet the obligations of the policyholders. For every dollar you put into an insurance company, they have roughly 3 times as much, or $3 on hand. So they actually have money. These insurance carriers, these institutions, they're actually the banks. Because if you ask the average person on the street, like, who do you think, without saying the name, like, would you think option A or option B is a bank? The one that where you try to get the money, they don't have it, and they're lending, for every dollar that you put in, they're lending 10 times as much out, versus the institution that has, for every dollar you put in, they have at least $3 on hand. Which one would you say is the bank? I mean, they're going to pick the second option, and it's an insurance carrier, which is crazy. And then a layer deeper is when you look at how much life insurance the top banks in the United States have, it's tens of billions. And you have to question why. And the reason is it's a safe place to store capital. It's not correlated to the markets. It has the track record and the stability and the strength of, hey, if you put money into these contracts with these carriers, I mean, it's a pretty safe bet that that money is going to be okay. You're going to earn a guaranteed rate of return on it, and it's going to weather whatever economic storm came. Because if you're with an institution that's survived Civil War, Spanish flu, World War I, World War II, COVID, 2008, it's like the proof is kind of in the pudding there. And I went on this long tangent because this is so important to know how important, or so important to know just where are you keeping your capital, and is it as safe as you really think it is? And just being aware, like, using private insurance contracts is an alternative to some of your capital, to protect it, to grow it at a guaranteed rate, to ensure it's not tied to the markets, to grow it tax deferred and access the money tax free, and ultimately strengthen your business. Like, very, very powerful.